Hello, I'm Reverend Shelly Wright-Adams, and I am so excited tonight to talk about my group leadership. I met with 6 dynamic women to learn our 5 love languages, from the most critical, the highest one, to our lowest love language, in an effort to teach ourselves and our significant others how to meet our love needs. Last Wednesday, I met in my home. We met in the living room that was set up in a circular format. We first started with light refreshments and a little chit-chat before going into our session. Each woman was given the book, The 5 Love Languages, as well as the website information to take the 5 Love Languages quiz, and was requested to bring her results, in which we all did and were very excited. I had 4 mothers of children that attend my early learning center and 2 grandmothers of children that attend my early learning center. So we were quite familiar with each other and excited to talk about things that we learned about ourselves, things that we rediscovered, or things that we didn't know existed within ourselves. We started with rounds. I asked each woman, before breaking into groups of 2 and dyads, I asked each woman, did they find the quiz helpful? And the response was yes, no, very helpful, or not helpful at all. All of the women agreed they found the quiz very helpful, which was exciting because we all started off on one accord. Then I broke into dyads, 2 groups, 2 women per group, and I made sure that I did not put the most familiar women together, so mothers and daughters could not be in the same group. Within the group, they shared their test results. They shared, did they agree with them, did they disagree, and because there was familiarity within the group, did the person they were paired with agree with the assessment? Could they project it? Could they see that, yes, I could see that's one of your love languages? And they took the opportunity to express what they thought the love languages meant based on our reading from the text, the 5 Love Languages book. We were quite excited to get back in a full group after we broke out of dyads to discuss in full each one's love languages. So we discussed test results, we discussed the importance of making sure that we understood our own love language, as well as making sure that we could convey it to our significant others so they could meet our love needs. It was quite helpful, quite exciting. All of the women were quite engaged. We also, one of the challenges was one of my grandmothers who has been diagnosed and is quite open and free with us, discussed that she has ADD. So I often, as a facilitator and a leader of the group, I often had to keep her on focus and make sure that she did not have private conversations or want to grab something that someone said and have a sidebar conversation about that. So we did that. I did that with humor, with laughter, and making sure that we stayed on point. And we did. All of us were very excited about the things that we learned about ourselves. And these group of women, out of 6 of us, 4 of us have taken the test before. And out of the 4, 2 of us, our results changed quite drastically, which was very exciting for us, because you have to learn as you grow. You have to learn your new love languages, what motivates you, what doesn't work for you, what works for you, and to be able to convey it to your spouse. We also agreed to set up meeting number 2 and include the spouse's results. So that was another exciting point within the class. One of the things that I wanted to make sure that we understood from our class was there were no right and wrong answers. We were very excited about how things change in our life, to be present, to be accepting of yourself, and to allow transparency within groups. If you commit to the group, you commit to transparency, you commit to honesty, you commit to engaging in the conversation. All of us did that, and it really benefited all of us because all of us were very different. Some were married, some are not married, some have never been married, some are on their second marriage, some are on their first marriage. The age range is different. So we had a really dynamic group. One of the things that is a takeaway from me, and that I will use in the future, group leading and facilitating groups, is to do the rules a little, stress them a little harder up front, to make sure that we all know, not cutting each other off, to be respectful of one another and be honest with one another, but staying on task and on focus is very important in the group, because any little thing can take you off into another direction, and we want to make sure that we don't do that. One of the things I want to leave you with is, in this group, is planning is critical. You must pre-plan, come up with a strategy, come up with tasks that you could check yourself on as a leader, to make sure that you stay focused, to make sure you stay within your time limit and your time frame. And I want to leave you with my favorite scripture that applies to everything that we do in life. As you go through this process of learning and applying what you learn to life, it's Proverbs 3, 5, and 7. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. God bless you.